I've got a great Madden 24 tip today that's going to help you get extra possessions. Now, as many of you know, onside kicks in previous years have been very, very hard to recover, almost impossible. You might get 1 or 2 out of 100, literally. Now, this year, EA did add some new onside kick options, and they also said that they made it easier to recover them this year. Now, let me just say, there's no foolproof way to recover it every time, at least not that I or anybody else has found yet. But what you can do is give yourself a much higher chance at recovering onside kicks this year. What you're basically trying to do this year to recover onside kicks is you're trying to create live ball opportunities. You're never going to just put it in a position where only your team can get it and the other team glitches out and can't get to it. But what you can do is put the ball in a certain spot that's going to cause way more live balls, and at that point it's just kind of up to EA whether you get it or not. Now also keep in mind that they said that they give you a higher chance to recover an onside kick on your first attempt of a game, which means in the other attempts they're giving you less of a chance. So I will say, after practicing this for quite some time, you can definitely see that there's times where you should clearly be able to recover it and your team's just kind of an idiot. The kicking team is stupid and they just will not recover it sometimes, and you can tell that it's purposely done so that the receiving team has a higher chance to recover it, which does make sense because you don't want to end up in a situation where you can recover onside kicks almost every time, because that would be horrible for the game. But this method I'm going to show you is going to give you a higher chance of recovering them because it's going to create a live ball almost every time. So what you want to do is you want to pick the strong onside kick. For some reason this seems to work better than speed. You would think speed would be better, but it's not. Pick the strong onside kick. Now when you're on the field, you want to select Y or triangle for the high kick. Now you don't want to move the kicking arc. In my opinion, you just want to leave the kicking arc on default, because where it's set to default is for it to go about the proper distance anyway, so you don't want to mess with it too much. Now what you want to do is you want to try to go for about 80% power. It doesn't have to be perfect, but if you can get it somewhere around 75 to 85% in that range, you can see on the meter, that's where you want it. And then you want to stop the accuracy on its way down at about the same spot that you stop the power. Now it doesn't have to be exact, as long as it's pretty close. You're going to put the ball in this exact same spot almost every time, and what you're going to notice is the guy that goes up to get the ball, when he tries to bring it down, the ball is going to get knocked loose. I would say about 80% of the time. So about 80% of the kicks, you're going to create a live ball opportunity, and at that point it's up to EA, it's up to the Madden gods, but you've done the best you can do to give yourself a chance to recover it. And you'll see that I'm just running these over and over, and I'm recovering quite a few. I would say you can recover 1 out of every 4 to 5 kicks, which isn't bad. That means you can probably recover 1 extra kick a game, and 1 extra possession in a Madden game is absolutely massive because of how short the quarters are. Now I know on the other attempts you're going to be giving your opponent half field to work with, but honestly this year, at least right now, defense isn't very good anyway, so you're more than likely going to give up points to a good player no matter what. So giving them a short field doesn't really matter that much. In fact, it'll just increase the amount of possessions you get, and if you can get 1 of these extra onside kicks back, that's going to have a leg up on your opponent altogether. So again, you want to sky kick it, you want to go about 80%. On the way down, you want to stop the accuracy at about the same spot, and you will see almost every kick will be a live ball. And then at that point, like I said, it's really just up to Madden whether you get it or not. But what you've done is you've put your team in the best position to recover a kick, whereas a lot of other ways you try to kick it, you'll notice it just goes straight to the team, they get it right away, and there's no live ball. With this perfect placement, they're going to bobble the ball because there's a lot of traffic when they're trying to come down with it. They're going to bobble it most of the time, and it's going to give you a chance to actually recover it. Now if this tip was useful for you, all I ask is that you subscribe to the channel, and it's really only going to benefit you because you're just going to get better tips all year long to help you win more Madden games. And I also have a Patreon page where I post my ebooks and my highest level tips, so if you want to stop losing and start winning more games now, you can also check that out in the pinned comment below. And also check out this video right here on the screen to know how to perform the best ball carrier moves to break ankles every time in Madden 24.